Okay, so now we're going to be doing our painting of the story of the Corn Maiden. We're going to paint some corn. Because right now, at school, the corn is so big. And we harvested some of that corn already. Hopefully you got to maybe even try it. So, tall piece of paper. I soaked it for 2 minutes. I'm wiping off any puddles I might have, my clean blade of my hand on the rough side of the paper. Okay. So being that this is fall, the time of harvest, I'm going to put some warm colors just all around. Light. Just like we did last time, I'm just going to put the whole page, clouds of fall colors, blending with each other. Always got to watch out for red, because red likes to take over, it's so bold. These are also the colors of the corn, although there is blue corn, although you don't see that in stores so much, but in the native traditions, you'd have blue corn. There are some blue corn chips I know of. So I'm doing it very lightly, and that way I can easily put my corn as being the major focus of the painting. I'm making my little puddles here, getting a little wetter. Okay, so you can't really see it very well in this camera, but it's lightly colored with my fall colors, orange, yellow, and reds. So now I'm going to give the ground, just like we did last time, with some brown. I'm going to put just a little bit of red in that ground, because in the land of the Pueblos, the Hopi people, the Pueblo people, the Zuni people, it's a lot of red earth. It also represents the Good Red Road. And in Native American tradition, following the Good Red Road is that you're choosing to follow the good way. Because as the story says, humans, we can choose to go good, to do the good things, or we can do the bad things. And we have that choice. Animals don't have that choice. Animals are just their nature. When my kitty cats kill a bird, it gets me very upset. But it's their nature. Even though I tell them, we don't kill our bird friends, still they do. And it's upsetting to me. But it's just their nature. If my son did that, that's not his nature. He chose to do it. Okay, so now we have our red ground. And we're going to bring our corn. Use green. I have 2 greens. So I'm going to use both. And I'm going to make the stalk. And from the ground up, just like planting that seed. And it's amazing. Out of one little kernel, all these kernels come to be. How is that possible? So with the edge of my brush, I'm bringing it up. I'm There's my stalk. I don't want to go all the way up. And then from that stalk, I'm going to go a little bit like this and then bend it down. And just above that, I'm going to do that. And there's an alternating, kind of a twist there. Makes for a nice, like that. If you want to use a smaller brush, like that, if you have a smaller brush, you can do that as well. So there's the stalk. Then on top of that stalk, there's like a yellow hair. And I'm going to make it kind of like in a face. That's when I saw it. It looked like a face. And this is going to represent the sun. And the Hopis call it Tiowa. And then the rays the stalk there. And I'm going to make the eyes. This is not a cartoon. This is actually how they portray the sun. So I made a bit too much there. So I'm going to dabble that. And try to work it into the background. Working with our mistakes. So wet brush. I'm going to just kind of bring it into the background. See, with wet on wet, it's hard to control things. And that's just how it is. Kind of like life. You can't really control life as much as we try. And then some kind of a mouth there. You know, as an artist, painting, doing artwork is a journey full of lots of mistakes, and sometimes the end I like and sometimes I don't, and sometimes I may not like it right away, and then other times later I might go back to it and go, oh, I like that. But as an artist, I see what I could have, what I wanted to do, and then I get frustrated by what happens. Other people might like it because they don't see my mistakes. So I'm trying to work with this. Give myself maybe kind of an orangey cloud here. And I also find that during a painting, there will be times, like in the middle part of a painting, where I think, oh God, this is really terrible. But if I keep working at it, I'll see, oh, okay. It'll come out okay. we'll try to, what I'm doing in here is that, so now I have a whole bunch of darker colors on this side, not over here, so I'm going to kind of balance it so it has more symmetry, more balance to it. Okay, so there's that. And then I want to give it some ears to listen. So we'll give it a couple ears. And I'm going to use my yellow. One ear there. Ear there. Of course, they have shucks on that ear. Like little swaddling clothes of a baby on those ears of corn. Now you don't really always see the tips of a ear on corn, but this is a painting here. Okay, there's a couple ears so I can listen. And let's see, what else could I put in there? I think I'm going to darken my ground some. Give it some texture. More interest. Gonna go back over and darken my stalk leaves because it's kind of faded. Remember, when it dries, it becomes less dark. Now as my paper dries, I can go over my corn. I don't like how it's just smeared. Did not clean my brush well. Yeah, you always have to watch out for that going into yellow. It's such a delicate color. Okay. Oh, no. I have to fix this. Now, being it's so splotchy, I'm just going to dab it with the dry rag. It's just too puddly. I like this one. This one. Icky. Okay, there you go. I like most of it. Some parts like that and that I don't like, but that's the way it is. Okay, look forward to seeing yours.